This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, Brandon. I'll tell you what, this is, our phones are getting blown up here.
The lines are lighting up. People are ready to find out how all this works.
How many of them were with me? They go, we're with you. We ain't putting
I've already heard a few votes on that.
I'm telling you, man. And it's nice to see all that and keep doing it. But, you know, not taking away, and we've been joking with you, Bubba, really, you and Sid, but, you know, it does take nerve.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
Not as much as you think, though.
It would for me to just get my hand in.
Maybe the first time, but after that, it's not as.
Well, yeah, then you kind of get used to it. That first time, that's like a parachute, you know.
But I'll tell you,
John Wayne said, you know, it's not so bad after you do the first.
Right. I'll tell you, the one thing that I get a thrill out of teaching others to do this is the fact that they can feed themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, without a line, a hook, a bait, anything, you can go catch a fish, you know. And
I can hear it now on Facebook. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach him how to noodle, he'll feed his family for life.
That's right.
That's right.
That makes it like anything else, you know. I mean,
as you've seen by some of the pictures, don't take but one to feed,
that's right.
the village.
Now, let me ask you this. We see the big ones, but do you ever catch the little ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's little ones in there.
Yeah, and the Tennessee law is one fish per person over 34 inches.
Yeah.
But it's unlimited on the catfish or anything under 34.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep any of those little ones you want, you know.
Do we have an abundance of catfish?
We do, and you know, I mean, as many that get caught on a hook and line. Yeah. They don't put a dent in them. I mean, in these woods, in these waters we have around here, they're just full of good catfishing. I mean, blues and channel cats and bullhead or flathead, any of them.
What's your typical fish? I mean, what is most likely going to be the type of catfish in that hole? Most likely flathead.
Blues are scavengers. They're
scavengers. They're all scavengers. A flathead catfish. A lot of people want to refer to a flathead as a mudcat. They are not.
They're not.
They are live. They go with live prey.
Right. Now I'm from deep South Texas, and we had what you call a mudcat.
Right.
And he wasn't a flathead.
Right. We've got them here too. It's a bullhead.
Yeah,
bullhead.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't get very big.
Now we call flatheads Opelousas.
Right. Big flathead, yellow cat, whatever you want to call it. You know.
Yeah.
But that's going to be your main fish that you're going to. We catch some blues in there too. I don't know if it's by design, but blues seem to spawn a little later than the yellow cats. They use the same holes. Once the yellow cat has got in there and done his thing, leaves, the blue cat come in and take those holes. That's when I know the season's fixing to start winding down, when I start finding a lot of blues.
Sid, before we go any further, how does somebody? I mean, I know how they could get into Noodling. They could contact you. We're gonna have that information up for everybody. But what does a person look for? I mean, you're talking about, you know, here's you know, 90% of the fish live in 10% of the water. Right. You take a shoreline, and like you said, you know, Bubba, there's 500 and some odd miles of shoreline. Where are you going to go?
Well,
what do you look for? You're
just looking for those muddy banks that have rock outcroppings. Flat rocks that are in clay banks or mud banks or whatever.
Is shell rock, now you know what I'm talking about, shell rock, is it okay? Or
a lot of times it's not, because the fact is it's just not it crumbles up.
So you're looking for big rock?
Yeah, you want big rocks.
Big rock.
The big rocks, shelf rocks that you know, you see them, you fishing along a bank, you see a muddy bank and you see those rocks just jutting out of the mud.
Yes.
Big rock.
Yes.
Well, after years of erosion, those rocks slide down into the water and they create a hole in them. And you find those rocks, and a lot of times, if it's a muddy bottom, I mean a rocky bottom, those rocks fall out on the rocky bottom. There's no way a catfish or other fish can dig a hole under it. But on those muddy bottoms, when they settle down, they either create a cavity or the fish can go in and water out a cavity.
And make a cavity.
Right. So that's what you look for mainly, is to go around and look for those places and then start feeling around, trying to find your holes. And I'll take a stick and poke around in holes and rub my feet over them, you know. And sometimes you'll find a hole and you'll think, boy, that's a good looking hole, and you run a stick down in there and it only goes that far, you know.
Yeah. So that's maybe one that they're just starting.
Right. Or that, or even brim and stuff like that, like to get on the shelves.
Oh yeah.
In their water out holes,
Yeah.
Well, let me ask Bubba something right quick. Bubba, what would be like? What's the max Bubba Spickard's going to go down? I mean, because I see you guys reaching under the stuff and your head's above water, but then I see you guys showing videos. Y'all are down in there. I mean,
we've got some holes on Hickory that I've got to take a pole out there to hold myself up because I can't touch bottom. But it's a very productive spot. So
yeah.
Bubba's turning guppy.
Bubba's turning guppy. There's another Facebook coming on. I'm telling you right there.
He's full
of them tonight.
Yeah.
I need a recorder.
I can tell you this though, for safety reasons, I like a hole that's kind of off the banks. Out into Old Hickory and Priest and all these lakes around here, shallow off the banks anyway in most places.
Yeah.
And so you get in waist deep water, you may be, still be 20 yards from the bank. But the reason I like that is because there's very, very little chance that those holes are going to have air pockets in them. That's where you're going to run into turtles and snakes.
Yeah.
If they can get in a hole and get air in that hole, then
that's where they're going to
live. It's more likely you're going to run into one.
All right, we got a caller here. We got Rodney. Rodney, how can we help you tonight?
All right. Good to meet you. Good to talk to you, Hugh.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm just been used to watching this show a couple of weeks, and I want to report that catfish is really tearing it up at Lock 4, and you won't believe how far, about 12, you have to throw about 12 to 14 feet from the bank, and they are flat tearing it up.
Well, now that's what you even said too. The right now, they're in. They're spawning still.
It's happening right now.
And it's been, Rodney, unusually late this year because I think it was because of all the cold fronts we had coming through.
Yeah, we had
kept the water temperature down.
And
Yeah,
cooler nights we've had.
I caught one yesterday evening and weighed 32 pounds yesterday evening.
That's a good one.
And like I said, I was using shrimp because I don't have no throwing net to catch shad.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell.
And I wasn't throwing that very far, and I figured I wasn't gonna catch a whole lot. And all of a sudden, just out of the blue, you go from one to nothing to 1 to 12. The next thing you know, you got 20.
Yeah, that's called a good day.
Yeah.
That's when you're late getting home for supper.
Yeah, that's when, honey, I'm gonna be a little late.
I got on what you call a honey hole.
That's right, you did. You found a honey hole.
And I looked up under, shad popping everywhere, and what I use is little small shrimp.
Yep. Now, do you put them in anything? Do you flavor it up?
I fillet them.
Okay.
I fillet them. I make sure they're the right size. I make sure they're the right size. I don't want to keep a little one. I keep one like, say, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Up to about 10 pounds. Now, I kept the 32. I kept the 32-pound one because I knew a man that needed a catfish in his pond.
There you go.
He wanted, an older man wanted one in his pond. So final total, all that I caught that yesterday afternoon was 31.
That's a great day.
That's a great day.
That's not a good day. That's a great day.
There's nobody go with me.
Well, man.
I asked 10 different people that go fishing with me yesterday, and I couldn't get nobody to go with me. So I didn't go to 3 o'clock in the evening.
Rodney, it's 615-533-1407. And I am available.
All right, I got your number.
You call my number, brother. You catch 31, and I know I can catch maybe 15 of those.
We're gonna tell you, they're the ones I caught. There was very few small ones.
Yeah.
I caught one about a little less than a pound. That was it.
Well, I tell you what, Rodney, we appreciate it. We got to go on with the show, but thank you so much for calling in and giving us that report.
All right,
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Now he's right. I mean, he found a little honey hole.
Yeah.
That's what you call them.
Yep.
31 of them. That's telling me that they're coming in to spawn.
That's right.
He said there wasn't any more than 20 feet off the bank.
Right.
So they're looking for those places to lay their eggs.
Yep.
And you were explaining to us before the show, Sid, you explained to Brandon, the old female, the male gets the bed ready.
Yep. He goes in the hole, gets it cleaned out, and gets it ready for a female. And
Well,
then,
does he just pull out? He pulls out after that?
no,
or
he
does
stays,
just
in,
stays
there.
in there
He
with
stays in there, and then he waits on her to come to the hole, and then she'll come in the hole and lay the eggs. And I don't know if you ever seen catfish eggs when they lay, but they lay in a mass, you know, like a jelly mass.
Yeah.
And then he'll fertilize those eggs. And once she lays the eggs, her job done. She goes, and the male's left there.
I ain't cooking for you no more. I'm out of here.
The male is there left to tend for all the kids. Yep.
Just like in nature. Now I know I'm gonna get some calls.
Yeah, we got some more phone calls. We're gonna take here.
We have some hate mail coming. Oh man! But all right, Sid, it's time for our tip of the week, and I asked you to help us out. What is a great tip that you could let people know about?
Best tip I can tell you on finding fish in the hole is if you find a hole and you reach in that hole or you feel around in that hole, if it's silty, if it's got anything in that hole, sticks, debris, anything, if it's not a hard bottom in that hole, there's probably not a fish using that hole. Well, it's definite there's not a fish using that hole. When you reach in one that's been used, you reach in there, it's going to feel really soft and slick in there. That male fish gets in there and just cleans that hole completely up, and it feels good and clean in there, no sticks, no debris, and you won't feel anything but a mud bottom. And that's when you know that there's a fish using that hole. He may not be in there that day, but he'll be in there eventually.
He'll be in there eventually,
Right.
and you know it's being used.
Right.
So we want to thank Davidson County Farmers Co-op for the tip of the week. Hey, let me tell you something. If all else fails and you don't want to do the noodling or the shrimp, Farmers Co-op has got a catfish pellet you can use. And I know they work. In some places I've been, all you got to do is rattle that bucket and the water just comes alive. so you know, I know my buddies have been out there. But go out there and see Miss Laura and that fine crew over there off of Dickerson Road. Davidson County Farmers Co-op. I promise you, they'll help you with any need you might have while you're on the farm, okay? So thank them for that. We're gonna take a break. Tom Courtney from Courtney's Restaurant and Catering is in the house.
We're ready to see what he's got.
He's got these tall pans that I can't see over.
I've already been in
I
there
think
once
he's done
today.
this.
I've already had his roast
you have
once
lunch
today,
there?
so we'll see what we have for tonight.
I'm checking my phone. Something's wrong with my phone. We'll be right back with more from Tom Courtney here in just a minute.